Hello and welcome to all you Leos. This is your monthly horoscope for Leo for March of 2020. And there's a big shift happening for everyone. And of course, these are general horoscopes, but still, I want to explain them in the most positive way how you will, and it will become most positive when you apply these energies and embrace them and trying to do what the planet is telling you what to do. And so the big shift for you in particular is relationships, you dear Leos. You're gonna have, as from the 23rd of March, already up until the 3rd of July, so a pretty long time already, a bit of a sneak preview, Saturn in your opposite house, in the 7th house of Aquarius. And but then it will shift back into Capricorn until the end of the year, and then the end of the year and onwards you're still going to have Saturn in Aquarius. So this is a bit of a sneak preview of what this is all about. But how I know that a lot of people kind of stress out when they hear, oh, Saturn is in my 7th house of relationships, and we're going to separate, or it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult. It's all how you see it, basically. But what is Saturn trying to do in a positive way? First of all, and I say that with a smile on my face, less is more. Less is more. For some of you, maybe very young Leos, who have been having relationship after relationship, it could mean like this energy shows them that less is more. Maybe more quality instead of quantity. It could be that. But in general, mostly it means structure, making some structure there and working hard in order to have that maturity and to have that, not only maturity, but to get the most out of a connection with someone else, so that you can build and probably for a long time. That is the energy that you are getting, whether you are young or not. This is Saturn in the 7th house. And it always becomes difficult when you fight this energy. So if you are someone who tries to work with the energies, yes, it still might be a bit of a hard time there, but not as hard as when you would fight it. So Saturn, which is the planet of structure and hard work, of less is more, it's in the sign of Aquarius, which is like wanting to structure something that is innovative, something that is new, something that is fresh, something that is alternative. That is Saturn in Aquarius. And plotting this into your horoscope, Leo, it's in relationship sector. So there needs to become a bit more structure, a bit more responsibility, so to speak, when it comes to your relationships. And when you say, yeah, okay, this resonates with me, it could be even a time where it doesn't have to be that hard. But of course, in general, people will find it stressful in the beginning. So why could that be? I've seen it quite a lot with Saturn in the 7th house, that their partner becomes stressed out, for instance, maybe because of work, or maybe a new job that they're taking on, etc., etc. Saturn in the 7th house is, of course, representing your loved one when you are in a relationship, but it's a projection, of course. So it could also mean that they are becoming a bit more authoritarian towards you as well. But again, that has to do with your own authority. So you will attract people who are more serious, people who are a bit more tough, who have a bit of a strong backbone, who are not that easy when it comes to authority. And they are going to challenge you, whether you are in a relationship or not. That's what you're going to attract. So yes, when you are in a relationship, it can become a bit harder because of new responsibility, like children, for instance, or maybe there's something going on in the life of the partner that is quite stressful, and how you're dealing with that. Again, it's about embracing this energy instead of rejecting it. And also, it's of course a test for people who are in a relationship and it's not going very well, and it's been more minuses than pluses in the relationship, then yes, it can indeed mean that this is an end of a relationship. So Saturn only takes away what is not really working for you anymore. So have trust in that. When you are single, it could mean that it's a bit hard for you to connect with others. But slowly but surely is the message here. So it doesn't mean to say that you're not gonna meet anyone. Actually, if you're gonna meet someone, it's gonna be you're gonna be a bit anxious there, because there is this boundary problem or boundary issue of maybe too many or maybe too little in the past, and because of that, too many now. You see what I mean? So it's very interesting energy when it comes to relationship, but it's certainly a testing time for relationship. It's maturing you. That's what it wants. It's structuring you. And again, when you're having that in your horoscope, and especially those who have a Leo rising, it's maturity time when it comes to relationships. There's something else going on as well. Mercury goes direct on the 11th, and that's good again for relationships because it's in your 7th house and in the 8th house. So also for intimacy, for if you really having those conversations with someone that is important for you on a very deep level, things go forwards again when it was a bit harder in February. And also there is a better understanding of other people when Mercury goes direct in your 7th house. Better understanding and a more compassionate understanding, because also Mercury goes into the 8th house of Pisces, and that is a very intimate house there. So, and that is good. Also an interest in occult is also Mercury in the 8th house. And then last but not least, there is very good energy on the work level. So you've got Venus in Taurus in its own sign, well, practically as from the 6th of March. So practically the whole month you've got Venus in your 10th house of work. And this is good to attract work or to have good connections at work, or a female who helps you out with your work. Because this Venus at the end of the month especially is trining Jupiter and Pluto in your 6th house. So you could have, for instance, when you're looking for a new project or you want a promotion, there could be someone helping you out, a very Venusian kind of personality, pretty, or very harmonious personality that helps you out with your work and that helps you to transform your work. Because at the end of the month, it's also Jupiter, Pluto connecting with each other, which is transformation. And so more, lots of work, I think, with Mars in your in Capricorn in the 6th house as well. So quite a lot of energy that goes towards that. But you've got now the love planet, so to speak, Mars and Venus in the work area. So that could mean love at the work area for sure. When you are single, for instance, but it can also mean just getting along better with people, and because of that, of course, achieving a lot more and having more meaning when your work has more meaning, basically. Also, working out or a new regime with Mars in your 6th house there is very, very good with Mars and Capricorn. So if you want to start a new regime or start something new, exercises or whatever, it's a good time to do so with Mars in your 6th house, because it's there to persevere. So all in all, very interesting time for you. Focus on relationships for sure, but also focus on something good happening towards the end of the month when it comes to your work, when it comes to what you want to do for society. If you're not working, it's your role here. And that's getting a boost in some sort of very practical way, by the way. So that is the concise, precise, short video for you for Leo. Thank you so much for watching and for your time. And if you want a reading, just get in touch. Bye-bye.